Hello, good day to you. It's Talkin, really, and I'm going to apologise straight away that this story that I'm going to tell you about, it may offend because it's doing my head in. I've seen it this morning, and basically this story really does my head in. So this is iNews, and basically the story is a couple who tried to claim universal credit in the coronavirus outbreak because they are now out of a job. We were saving for a house. Couple can't claim universal credit because of savings test. I feel really devastated, said Mrs. Ali, who had been saving for a house deposit for 4 years. Now, I'm sorry, but the rules are the rules, right? You cannot claim it if you have more than 16,000 in savings, right? If you're between 6 and 16, then they reduce the amount that you get. And obviously, if you're below 6,000, then you get it automatically. This couple has been affected by the pandemic, and their dream of buying a house is further out of reach, as they may have to live on their hard-earned savings for the next few months. Now, with around 70,000 in ISAs and current accounts, they have been told that they cannot claim universal credit during the lockdown. Instead, they might have to make a dent in their nest egg, which they have been building for about 4 years. Devastated. I feel really devastated, said Mrs. Ali, not her real name, by the way. In the past, she has limited her spending on luxuries to ensure her family would one day have enough money for a house and a car. I wouldn't spend so much because I didn't want to rent all my life and wanted to buy a house. I've been putting money away. It makes me feel really sad. It's been quite depressing for the past week. They live near Cardiff with her husband and a 1-year-old daughter. They're currently living on just her income, but fear they might soon have to make a withdrawal from their savings. Mr. Ali is a self-employed taxi driver, but the nationwide measures to stop people from travelling and spreading the virus means that business has stopped. He stopped working shortly after lockdown in March. As he's only been self-employed since last year and did not submit an income tax self-assessment, he does not qualify for the government's self-employment income support scheme. Self-employed people who are ineligible have been told to apply for universal credit, but Mr. and Mrs. Ali received an email which said their capital totals more than 16,000, so they cannot get the benefit. Now, Mrs. Ali is waiting to hear if his individual application for a new style job seekers allowance will be accepted, and this is £73.10 a week, which is less than the standard allowance for universal credit, which obviously has been increased temporarily in response to the COVID pandemic. Now, obviously, that's 20 quid more than everybody else would get under normal circumstances. So, basically, they've changed the rules to accommodate these people who are applying for it. Now, this is what really me right off, right? This is the thing that really got my goat. The government have been urged to temporarily scrap the savings test for universal credit for the duration of the outbreak. Is that fair? Just because these people are rich people, they've been forced to apply for universal credit, and people want them to be able to claim universal credit and still have their money. Why? Nobody else is allowed to do that. Under the current rules, people can only claim universal credit if they have savings up to 6,000, and obviously between 6 and 16,000 may affect their reward. And if they're over 16,000, they are completely unable to claim the benefit. I'm sorry, but the rules are the rules. And when I bet you £1 to a penny that these people, they voted Tory. I bet you they did. And if you ask them, oh yeah, we voted Tory. Well, I'm sorry, but you cannot change the rules halfway through just because people don't like it. We have had to put up with this for the last 10 years. And I think it really, really wrong. I think if they do change the rules, then there is something wrong. Now, obviously, they're saying that the Resolution Foundation think tank says that rules unfairly penalise those with savings. Yeah, well, of course it does. That's the whole point. Why? This is really annoying. Universal credit entitlements are assessed against both family income and savings, with those with more than $16,000 are considered ineligible for the benefit altogether. A worker in this position will not be able to access UC at all, and when they're made redundant due to the coronavirus crisis, or if they lose their self-employed business without being able to access the government support, then basically tough is what I say. Tough is. Use your savings. You may well then realise that voting Tory is probably not a good idea. And finally, what they're saying is, with so many people currently unable to work, they're saying that the government should temporarily suspend the savings test. This could be implemented swiftly by legislation to allow job centre staff to say that a family has zero savings no matter what their actual savings is, thus ensuring support gets out to families quickly. Mrs. Ali returned to work as a business analyst for an insurance company on a part-time basis last month, following a year on maternity leave. But she said her salary alone would not be enough for the young family to live on. Hey, get with it. That's what people have to do. Why are you any different to anybody else? She said that her salary alone would not be enough for a young family to live on, adding that she was unsure whether she would be able to continue to get full pay after April. She agreed that reality they faced was unfair. Join the club. In my situation, it's savings for a house. For others, it might be other things that are really important. I just think it's really unfair and the government should think about this. Yeah, well, you should think about voting for somebody other than Tories. And then she moans about having to use her savings. If I have to use those savings, it's going to take me such a long time to save again. I don't know if we will ever get enough to have a deposit for a house. Now, the DWP say Universal Credit is a welfare safety net providing vital support for those who need it most during these unprecedented times. Other financial support is available, including contributory ESA or JSA, the Coronavirus Job Retention Scheme, Self-Employment Income Support Scheme, Statutory Sick Pay, and Mortgage Holidays. So as you can see, that really me right off that story. Why do these people think that they should have it their own way? They should be able to claim benefits and have savings when no other bugger can do that, and they're going to change the rules just to please all of these voters who voted for them and are now finding the reality of benefit system isn't as good as they think it is.
Calm down, dear.
Right, I'm going to go for a lie down now. Catch you again. Bye for now.